Why do I say this? That it is much more complicated, because there are many points that can go wrong. Um, I hope the stream is good now. Man, this YouTube studio, it's not working perfect all the time. Let me check this again. I want to give you the best quality, my friends, but YouTube sucks sometimes. Okay. I hope it's working fine now. Okay. As I said before, I will talk about oil change today, especially on the Yamaha Cygnus 125X. And I made a video about an oil change. It's part 1 of the video, and I will make a part 2. But on this video, I talked about some interesting problems that you can meet when you do an oil change. So maybe I start the video and we can talk about it. Okay, I'll start the video now. Okay, here you see the writing. It's in German. It says that you need the tools that you need. You need an M12 wrench nut and an M19 wrench nut. First of all, you have to open 2 bolts with these different sizes. One is the main oil drain plug. It's the M12, and the other one is the oil filter drain plug. It's an M19. The thread size of this M12 bolt is it's an M. Let me think about. Yeah. Also, the thread size is. Let me check it. Yes, thread size is also M12. Okay. Thread size M12, 1.5 thread size. The 1.5 is very important because when you use 1.25, you can harm your threads. Okay, it's really important that you know the exact info about the bolt, the main oil drain plug. Okay, and the M19 has a thread size of M30. M19 is the bolt of the head of the bolt. Yeah, in order to unscrew it, you need a hexagon wrench nut, M19. And the torque is 20 Newton meters if you bolt these screws on. Okay, this is a copper ring that you will need for the main oil drain plug. Size of the copper ring is M12 x 18 x 1.5 millimeter thickness. You can use copper ring or aluminium ring, whatever your heart wants. The copper ring is coming under this bolt here. This is the main oil drain plug, okay? As you see, it's in a very bad shape. It already has a lot of corrosion, it's very dirty. And it sits there for a long time. I don't exceed the oil changing intervals. I have an interval of 3,000 kilometer, okay, for the Yamaha 125X. And but the last oil change was in the last summer. I didn't drive a lot, and in the winter I suppose that this bolt came in contact with some salt that was on the streets, because we have minus degrees here, and this caused a lot of corrosion on the bolt, as you see. So this, I can say, it's already damaged, the bolt. Yeah, here this is the brake line. It's a little bit in the way when you want to unscrew this bolt. Let me drink some coffee. Coffee is medicine. And by the way, you open this bolt counterclockwise to the left. Okay. Here you see the oil filter drain bolt, okay? It has a thread size of M30, but the head of this bolt is M19 and hexagon. So it's a hexagon bolt. It looks really dirty. This debris, it's a mix of oil and dirt, and this bolt, it lost some oil because the O-ring was too old and didn't done its job anymore. There's an O-ring under this, and when an O-ring becomes too old, it doesn't have the good properties anymore, and you will lose oil. So you have to change it at least once a year, maybe every 2 years. And don't let the O-ring come in contact with brake cleaner. It will harm the O-ring. Yeah, there's an oil filter under this bolt. It's a mesh. There's a spring, and it's some metal mesh. It's not a classical oil filter from paper. It's a cheap version for the scooter. Yeah, it's more simple. Yeah, this is German, and I said you have to unscrew this, and when this bolt is too corroded, you can change it. Okay, these are the spoke tags for both bolts, 20 Newton meter. Here I write that you should change the O-ring once you change the oil. And I have the part number, the original Yamaha part number in the video. You can see it later. The part number for the O-ring. Yeah, here you see the part number for the O-ring. O-ring for the oil filter drain plug. The one with the M30 thread size. 93210 29800. Okay, now we have the part number. Okay, this is a wrench nut. It's an M12 wrench nut, but it's not hexagon. So this is the wrong one. You can use it, but it's not good because the main oil drain plug, it's very fragile, and when you don't have hexagon, it can destroy the head of the screw, and this will happen to me. Also, this wrench nut here it's too wide. It's not so good to reach the all drain bolt, because it has a different what can I say, different form. I also have better wrench nuts, which are not so wide here at this point, but you will see this on this video. Okay, here right, M12 wrench nut, but not the right shape, not hexagon, too many edges. You see? There are much too many edges here, and you don't have too good grip for the fragile bolt. You know the hexagon. Hexagon has 6 sides, okay, and this is much more. Maybe it has double the sides. I didn't count it, but it's not a good perfect shape for this fragile bolt, okay? Don't use a wrench nut like this. The size is right, it's M12, but yeah, the form is not good. And the head is too wide. You don't reach the narrow space very good where the main all bolt is installed, okay? These are very important informations. Normally you see in oil change everything goes perfect, but these are insider informations, infos that are very important. People don't show when they fuck up on a video, you know? Most of YouTube videos are fake. They show you everything in the perfect form, but once you in the real world, it's not like that. Everything is different. You will encounter a lot of different problems, my friends. Also, when you do easy stuff like oil change, everything can happen. As I said before, the bolt is too fragile, you know. And when you do oil change, be prepared, my friend. I give you informations about the problems that you can and will encounter once you watch my videos, and you get these informations. They will help you a lot, my friends. I'm here for you, my friend. Okay, this is also here German. I give an explanation about this wrench nut. As I told you before, it's not the right one. It has too many edges. And now I try to demount the main oil drain plug with this wrench nut, the wrong one. Yeah, it was a mistake of mine, but I show it to you and I learned of it. I hope you also learn of it. Maybe you will avoid a mistake by watching my video. This is oil already prepared. The Yamaha Cygnus X takes about 900 milliliters of oil. In the manual it says about 1 liter, but believe me, it's about 900 milliliters. But because you always have oil left in the engine, you will never get out all of the oil. It's not possible. So don't overfill your engine. Use less oil and add part by part after measuring the oil level. This is the oil that I'm using. Motul 300V off-road, 15V60 full synthetic race. It's the best oil that I know. Many people have different opinions about oil. I really respect this. You can use the oil that you want to use. You can use the specs that are described in the manual, or you can do it as you want. It's your decision, my friends. And in my opinion, in the manual, it's just the oil information. It's general information, because in the real world it's much different. Different temperatures, different places, different engines. Yeah, everything is different. in my opinion, takes the best oil possible, full synthetic, and I think this is the best oil that's available. With this oil, you don't have any debris in your engine. You will not find any metal parts, because this oil is so smooth. It lets your engine work so flawlessly, so perfect, that your engine will almost get no yeah, it's a perfect oil in my opinion. No metal parts in your engine with this one. Yeah, here you see the oil ring, O-ring part number again. When this O-ring gets old, you can lose oil from your engine. So try to change it every oil change, or every two, or every year. I don't know, whatever. Depends on you, your budget, your environment. You're free to make it your own way. Still the wrong wrench nut. I tried to demount the main oil bolt, but the bolt is corroded, and the head of the wrench nut is not good for this work, as I told you before. Here I tried. Yeah, the brake line is a little bit in the way, and here you see how narrow it is, and this wrench nut head, it's too wide, you know. It's almost not reaching the head of the bolt, not in a perfect way, because it's too wide, you know. Yeah, so you have to take this into consideration. You need a wrench nut with a smaller head, smaller than this one. This is too big, and as I said, you need hexagon. I tried to demount it, but it's not possible. I cannot apply the force because I don't reach it very well, and also the bolt is too fragile, and the head is too small. It's very, yeah, the head is also too small in my opinion. So I couldn't demount the main oil plug, so I decided to take a different approach to changing the oil. On the scooter we have two different oil bolts. As I said before, you have the oil filter bolt also. You can change the oil from that bolt also, okay? I said it's the M19 hexagon bolt with the M30 thread. So I opened that bolt in order to get rid of the old oil. Here you see it. First I used an M19 wrench nut. Now I open it with my hand once it's not tight anymore. Yeah, you can get out the oil of the engine like this, but it's not the perfect way. Once you open this one and you use this way, you have to move the scooter to the left and to the right to get rid of all of the oil, okay? It's not like the main bolt. It's a little bit different. You have to move the scooter to the left and to the right. Here you see the oil, it's still green, it's in a good shape. As I said before, the best oil that I know. Yeah. Here you see the right the oil filter nut, the spring, and the oil filter itself. It's a mesh oil filter from metal. Yeah, now I will clean these parts. And I will change the O-ring later. Yeah, here you see the O-ring again and the part number as I showed you before. Old O-ring, very bad shape, lost all of its properties. Okay, German writing here. All the stuff that I'm telling you now. You don't have to learn German, my friends. I use brake cleaner. As you see, work in progress, cleaning process. Yeah. I clean the oil mesh filter from the outside to the inner side in order to get rid of all of the parts that are inside the filter. Take this into consideration when you clean the filter. Yeah, this way, it's the right way, outside to inside. Then you get rid of all of the debris and oil. Now I demount the old O-ring. The surface under the O-ring is very dirty. I will also clean it. Once again, the new O-ring. As I said before, I lost oil from the engine because the O-ring was out of shape, in a bad shape, very bad shape. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? As you see, I'm mounting the new O-ring. Small part, but big effect, you know. Don't be cheap. Change your O-rings. You're not rich enough to be cheap, you know. So, as I said before, there was a problem with the main oil drain plug. This is a tool in order to get rid. This is a tool in order to demount a broken bolt. When the head of a bolt is damaged, you need a tool like this in order to demount it. And this tool is special. This is special for M12 size bolt head. Okay? It's about 10 euros. When you have a bolt that is broken, that is damaged, the head, and you are not able to demount it with your normal tools, don't get into panic. Take your time. Buy the right part, buy the right tool, and then try to demount this bolt with this tool. Don't get into panic. There's always a solution. And this is for M12. As I said before, the original bolt is very fragile. This will happen to many persons, many people. on the scooter, I am sure, I guarantee you, this will happen to some of you people with these fragile M12 balls. I guarantee you this will happen to you, and you need this tool in order to fix this problem. But you also have to buy a new bolt. I hope you're intelligent enough to know this, but I suppose my followers are very clever people. So I will go on with the video now, my friends. Yeah, buy one of these tools, especially M12 size. You will need it maybe for different bolts, you know. Now I will demount the damaged main oil drain bolt. As you see, the head is already in a very bad shape. Here you see the process. I love this tool, it's so working so well. Yeah, you have to take your time once you do this. You need the feeling for this, you know. Don't rush your work. Do it slowly and steadily. As you see, I'm demounting the damaged bolt without any problems. It's so easy. Now you see, I won't let the bolt. I don't let the bolt falling into the oil. Lots of feeling. Slowly but steadily. Take your time, my friends. Don't be in a rush. Okay. This is a nice moment. Oil is flushing. You get rid of your damaged bolt. Everything goes fine now. As you see, it will be about 900 milliliters of oil. Yeah. The structure where the oil bolt is installed is not perfect. Yeah, it's too narrow in my opinion. It's an engineering failure in my opinion. Here you see the destroyed head. Here you see the old bolt, new one. It's an original one, but it's not big enough in my opinion. And this is the perfect hexagon wrench nut in order to install the main oil bolt. Okay, it's M12, but look at it. Hexagon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is hexagon, okay? This is a perfect shape for this kind of bolts. You need this one, not a round one like I used before. Also the head here, it's narrow. It's not as wide as the wrench nut I used before, you know. This size is much better. You can much better reach the bolt, you know, the position of the bolt when it's installed on the engine. When this head is narrow, it's much easier, this work. Take this into consideration, my friends. Yeah, coppering is installed on the bolt, and this is a torque spec, 20 Newton meter. It's not a, it's a small amount of force you need. My friends, buy yourself a good torque driver, and when you do work like this, use it. It will protect you from a lot of headache if you have the proper tools, you know. Especially installing oil drain bolts, you know. It will be a horror if you harm the threads and you lose oil. So always use a torque driver in order to do this work. First, hand tight. Every time you have a component like this, mount it with hand tight first. You will get the feeling if all the threads is okay, if there's any dirt or debris in the threads. When you do it hand tight, it gives you a lot of information. Done. Work done. So easy. Okay, that was all for this video, my friends. The video is over. I will also make a part 2, how you will fill up the new oil. It's very easy, but I will show you. And I will show you also I will show you a different approach. When you are not happy with your original oil drain plug, go and buy an aftermarket one. But before you do this, you have to have all the information about the thread size here and the length of the thread size, okay? This has to be M12 thread size. The bolt has to be M12 size, okay? And the thread size has to be 1.5. Not 125, 1.5, okay? This head, it can be different sizes. It's not so important. You will have the right wrench nut for it, okay? And don't do your work without having good informations. This is Louis. It's a motorcycle parts chain that sell everything for motorcycles, and you have many people who bought these boards and who have problems because they have wrong informations, you know. I see all the comments here, yeah, 75. Some people give 1 star, but it's their own fault because they bought the wrong bolt, you know. Don't trust what they say you, if it fits your motorcycle or not. Don't trust these fucking informations. Take the bolt off yourself and measure it by yourself. Don't trust anyone giving you informations. Be an intelligent person and measure it by yourself, you know. You don't trust a book or information or any company that is selling parts about the thread size. You don't trust them, and then you don't bolt the bolt inside your motorcycle, destroying your threads. You don't do this. You're not an idiot. You know which bolt you have to use, and then you buy this bolt, and then you install it by yourself. Very easy. And when you watch my videos, you get so many good informations. In my videos, I told you how to measure this thread size. I have an extra apparatus for it, okay? Watch my videos. I show you how to measure a bolt the right way. Okay, my bolt has to be the bolt that I need for the Yamaha Cygnus X. It's M12X 1.5, okay? And the thread length is 12 millimeters, that's right. Here you see the part number 100-12304. That's for the Yamaha Cygnus X. If you have a different motorcycle, measure it by yourself. Don't trust the information that is given here. There's some information here. I read Yamaha and RD250, okay? 1976. And it says M14X 1.5. Maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong. You don't know. When you demount the bolt yourself and measure it, then you know which bolt you have to buy. So as I said before, use your brain. Don't trust anyone with this important information. 75 comments here. Many people 1 star because these people destroyed their oil threads. You know what this means? It's crazy. It's crazy. They cannot drive their motorcycle anymore. They have to fix the thread on their engine. They destroy their own motorcycle by this because they use the wrong bolts. So many people here, 1 star. They criticize the company, but it's their own fault because they trust them. You don't buy a wrong bolt and try to bolt it in with violence, an oil drain bolt, and then you destroy your threads, your motorcycle. You cannot ride your motorcycle then anymore, and you harm it. It's a big damage, man. So people, I don't say idiots, but don't do this shit. Wake up. Watch my videos. I show you how to measure your oil drain plug bolt. You know? Don't trust this info. You have to be confident about the size of your oil drain plug before you buy one and install one. You don't destroy your motorcycle with this. Don't do this shit, guys. So many people here, 75 people with comment. Many people destroyed their own motorcycle. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Okay, my friends. I talked a lot. Maybe too much. And thank you very much for joining my stream. And see you soon. Bye bye.